If I'm doing this with my hand, you know what day it is. It is new collaboration launch day, and you should be excited because it is Time and Tide's first ever dress watch. This is a brand that was founded in the UK in the late 19th century in 1874. It is back with a vengeance. Look at all these watches in front of me. We have one to add to this glittering pile. It is the Denison Date Night, a watch that we've done in collaboration with Denison that has marquetry mother of pearl. Their first marquetry piece, their first mother of pearl piece, and our first ever dress watch. But let's take a moment. Let's take a breather. Let's look back both at the history of this brand and the recent profusion of Denison releases that have captured the world's imagination and captured your wallets, because this is a brand that is priced at way under £1,000, under £700. £650 is the asking price for most of the watches you see on this table, which definitely explains why this brand may well be known to you. Here's where a friend of mine joins the fray. His name is Emmanuel Guet. He is among the great living watch designers. He designed the Audemars Piguet Royal Oak Offshore. He designed the modern version of the Rolex Cellini, only recently discontinued. But what he's influenced here is this first new collection for Denison called the ALD collection, the Aaron Lufkin Denison collection, which has had a profusion of variations since it was reintroduced in 2024. But what has Denison not done in its revival, in this renaissance? They have never done a marquetry dial until today. And in fact, they've never done a mother of pearl dial. So we are just so delighted to introduce a marquetry mother of pearl dial. And this marquetry, which refers to tiny pieces of mother of pearl, in this case cut in a brick pattern and then meticulously placed next to each other and glued onto a plate with absolute precision. And because each of these filaments of mother of pearl is hand cut and hand placed, you are getting on each variation of this watch an entirely different presentation of these milky whites and iridescent blues and iridescent greens. It is a living, animated dial that will sing to you from your wrist in every different position with a slightly different color combination. It is just a beautiful thing to have. Now, what is the deal? How many of these watches will be produced? How are we releasing them? And most importantly, what is the name of this watch? Because we love to name our watches at Time and Tide. This is a 24-hour online sales window that begins very soon, which is why you're watching this video. It might even begin today. But this is going to be the one opportunity for you to access this watch from anywhere in the world. After that 24-hour sales window closes, you gotta come here. You gotta go to Melbourne. And if you're watching this in the future, go to New York. We got another one there. The Discovery Studios are the only places you will be able to access this watch. And what a watch. There's a little Easter egg too, and I'm looking at it, which is the image of our front door here in London. This is a studio edition, so after that online sales window, it will be available in the Discovery Studios, and there will forever be a reminder of the London Discovery Studio front door just down there on Market Street in central London. In terms of the watch and its wear, this is a 37 by 33.5 millimeter rounded square that has this 60s elegance to it. Now this Denison is a Swiss-made Denison, which means that the movement is a Swiss-made Ronda movement and it is assembled in Switzerland, giving you that extra assurance of a Swiss-made product. It is perhaps the most pointedly unisex watch I have ever experienced. The reason I'm holding two versions on two straps is that one of the straps is a Molecan strap. This is the strap that comes with the watch. We have gone for a sympathetic stitch. It is a slightly lighter grey stitch on this grey suede, which has a brown lining to it, and a Denison tang buckle, which is beautifully sympathetic to the shape of the case. So again, sometimes a tang buckle is the most unimaginative part of a watch. It's such a letdown to just have a generic buckle. This buckle has been designed to mirror the shape of this rounded square. Now this really is classic Emmanuel Get 60s design. Other details of the watch are lancet hands and a recessed crown, which once again evokes a lot of vintage pieces that really cleverly recess the crown into the case to really heighten the elegance. There is a second strap available that I highly recommend you purchase with this watch. There is an option as you check out to add this white strap. The reason I'm including two straps with this watch is because I could not decide between them. This watch is such a slim single piece of leather. Emmanuel Get and I talked about this. I said, this strap is so slim. And his view was, for a watch this elegant, a very slim strap that doesn't add any bulk to the way the watch head wears on the wrist is key. And I have to say, this on a, I would say, moderately tanned forearm at the moment, hopefully much more tanned after I've been in Sardinia for a month, is just a heightened elegance to the way this watch wears. However, it was divisive. Some people really wanted a more traditional strap, so we have made the Molequin strap the standard strap with the piece, because I found that this cinnamon textural feel to the strap and the way that it adds an extra texture to the look of the watch on the wrist is something I wanted to bring to you with the release at some point. This is definitely the watch for it. Here's the storytelling part. Why are we calling this watch the Denison Date Night? It's because it's the only time we wear a dress watch, let's be honest. When we think about it, a dress watch is a lovely thing to add to your collection for time and place. However, are you really going to spend big watch money on a dress watch that only gets worn potentially once a week, once a month, for anyone with kids, once a year? I mean, date nights are more and more rare the more kids you have. But on that special day, when you are dressed well and you're going somewhere nice, it's just so grown up to have a dress watch for that occasion. So we thought we'd call it out. This is the Denison Date Night, a watch that is ready for the mission, for you to step up the style and step out in style with a watch that matches the occasion. So we have a 24-hour sales window. We have 200 watches ready to go that will be dispatched as soon as that order is received. After that 24-hour sales window is dispatched, and after that time closes, we will only have these Denison Date Night models available in the Discovery Studios, offline and in physical stores. So good luck if you've been waiting for a dress watch at the right price, which has the craftsmanship, the provenance, and the design power of an Emmanuel Get design piece. You're in luck. So there you have it, Time & Tide's first ever dress watch collaboration, and a watch that fits beautifully into this all singing, all dancing, and incredibly vibrant new face for the brand in 2025. Thanks for watching. I look forward to reading your comments and hearing all about your thoughts on the Denison Date Night. Tell me now below, and I'll see you on the next one.